let's go move some mud this morning. First thing I got to do is go up there and blade the dump site off, build another little cofferdam, and then we are back to loading and hauling mud. A lot of people ask, why are they not building a house overlooking the pond? Well, they are, and it's a big one. Let's go push dirt. To the beloved mud pit. Oh, look at the sun. You can maybe get 2 or 3 more loads out before we'll have to send both excavators out here into the swamp. I'm gonna go down there and start making another cut and transferring some more mud back, or he can come over here and come back out here and transfer some to the pit to load out with. So it's getting closer. Still a fair amount to come out though. So we are both transferring mud now. Made a cut this morning and laid a big pile back, and he loaded out all he could, and now we're both down here on mats, trying to get this transferred back. Luckily it seemed like it did dry out some over the weekend and is now supporting a little bit better. Actually works pretty good to transfer to each machine. Because normally I'd dump about 15 or 20 scoops and my pile would be full. Now he can move it. And I don't have to sit here and move so much, you know. Almost had a bad day. Oh, he's sliding off into the pond. That's the only sketchy thing about working on mats next to a cliff. One wrong move and you end up in the pit. That would have been a bad day. Trying to get that thing out of that deep mud. Bucketfuls back, and I'll go ahead and transfer some more down and fill up this pit, and then go all the way down here and do it again. I'm about to slide off into the hole now, so I'm going to make a break for it and get back up here on somewhat more level ground. There we go. We'll make another cut, fill that hole up, and then go all the way down there, and he should be loading out by then and fill in the pit with my half a mat now. So they have different option on mats. They have some 12-inch thick ones. You might have to try a set of those, a little more durable. We're just trying to not have something that weighs so much. These things weigh like 3,500 pounds. These, though, you start getting a 5,000 pound mat sunk 4 feet into mud, it becomes a little difficult to get out. the pit one more time. Transfer some more goop down. Hoping once I get all this out, that stuff down there seems to be a more solid material, but you just transferred it, just turns to soup. Nice thing about the soup is you can just kind of keep digging out of the same spot over and over and over and over and over again until it just fills back in. Soupy mud. So I feel like today was another small victory. Doesn't look like I moved a lot of mud, but I actually did. I have removed everything from right there all the way up to there, all the way across, all the way to that stick. I've cut all that out, transferred it back, and it is already loaded out. So that was probably 60 feet I've moved today. So if I can accomplish probably 70 or 75 tomorrow, because I don't have to transfer this far, I should get all the way to that pile right there, and it should really knock a dent in what's left to haul out. I'm gonna move a little bit more back, call it a day. It's been almost 8.5 hours and I've gotten out of this machine once today. About had enough. Last load for today. Come along, slow but steady. So pushing up another little backstop this morning just so the mud doesn't run into the retention pond. He's up here dumping another load of mud. I'll grade the path out as he heads out. Mud should start getting a little more solid after today. But as you can tell, there's a bunch of it up here. This is my second cut for today. Laying some of this material back. Pushed off the dump site this morning and transferred one row all the way back, got it loaded out, and I'm working on the second one and getting this cut down. I think my subgrade's good enough. I think what I'm going to do is after I cut this, I'm going to drive out there and try to run down that edge and just see if it'll support me now, and maybe I can work down there in the pond, because this top edge is starting to kind of go away again. While it set over the weekend, it did dry out fairly decent, but driving back and forth on it, 10 times, it just starts jiggling it back squishy again. It's actually a fairly solid ridge of like old riverbed or something. It's hard. The only problem is that stops somewhere between here and the pit. Out there now and see what kind of mess I'm going to get myself into. I'm not going to take any mats. I think I've been out there before. I know I'll be fine right here. I'm just going to dress up this far edge over here. A little soft right here. Actually, it's very soft. What I would like to do is trench right here to let what's left of this groundwater out. And make me a spot right here where maybe I can sit a little more level and fill the other side of this pit up, because that's my problem, is I haven't been able to reach the other side of the pit. Somewhere is a hole that I was dipping out of. It's probably right. Where was it? It's somewhere right in here. Might be right here. Yep, right there. So I know I have a deep spot right there I got to be careful of. I'm going to try to use this bank as my advantage and sit up on top of it. If I notch one spot for the track to sit on right here, it'll kind of lock itself down in there. Maybe. There we go. Kind of dip all this out, fill this side of the hole up. Anything I can do to stay off them blasted mats just makes everything faster. coffer dam back up. Dip this water out or do something with it. Be able to run out from right there. That's the problem, is this is the lowest point here now. Just trying not to make any more mud than we already have, because that's a little difficult to haul when it's that liquidy. Get a lot stockpiled here and start loading some out. It just goes faster when you got a big stockpile, and I can hop on the excavator and load him out. It's just been a little bit of a challenge to get to this part right here, point, I guess you could say. Keep filling this up, and then might be able to transfer some more down from inside the pond and see if that goes any quicker. So I'm back over here for probably one last time on the far side. I think it's going to get too deep for me to come back over here, but I'm trying to cut this bank out and fill in the loadout pit one more good time. I should have enough fuel to dress this up and then maybe lay that back one time, and then I'm going to have to get out of here and go fill it with fuel, because this is the last place I want to run out of fuel at. Should be the home stretch where I really get it knocked out tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. Back Load this pit up one more good time. Maybe I can climb up the hill a little bit farther and really cast it back. Then I'm going to go back over there and transfer some more down that side. It's going pretty quick now that I don't have to move it 10 times. About 3 times now and it's in the loadout pit. Every cut gets about 10 feet closer. All I know is there's going to be a sinkhole right here when I'm done. All the dipping out, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Don't venture right there. Alright, I'm going to go over here and rake some more mud back and load that out, hopefully one more time. So I really just got a whole lot done. I came down here and I cut all this out and transferred it down there and was able to climb up on that slope and fill up the pit. And now I'm just kind of slicking up the bottom here. And I'll get back over here and finish transferring that down that far side. So I made really good progress today. The pit is now full of mud for him to load out. Got plenty stockpiled right here. And I've managed to cut all the mud back pretty much 50 feet from the pit. So I started somewhere about that second orange flag this morning. I managed to cut all this out. As you can tell, it's about a 6 foot deep cut. And got all that laid back. Brought over here and then I went down in there and pulled all that back. Laid that into the hole, graded that edge out a little bit. So all that's left to do tomorrow, I say all that's left, is to pull all this out. I don't think we'll get it all done, but I think I'll get everything all the way up to the pit dugout easily and load it out.